Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back to another one. So, Shannon Sharpe, he wasn't really impressed with Colorado's victory over North Dakota State, and I want to go into why he's not impressed. But let's see. Let me go to. I'm not going to play the video here, but I'm going to let you hear it. And like I said, no game is really perfect, right? But you strive for perfection. And that's what they got practice for, to look at, what they did wrong in this game and get in practice, watch film, and try to perfect it. But it's not going to be a game where it's just 100% perfect. But I think the takeaways to the game is the wide receivers, Shador, chemistry with Travis and Jimmy is amazing. And it was on full display in that game. It really was. It was on full display. And I really enjoyed this game. Let me see if I could actually find. Okay, here we go.
Hello, it's your favorite sports talk here. Don't forget to.
Let me just go.
Presence. He's really not much
Let's just hear what they had to say.
of a dual threat, but what he was able to do from the pocket, extending plays when he could, and having Horn and Travis Hunter finish the deal off on the receiving end of the ball was good. It was good.
I don't know, Ocho. They still can't get up to. They still can't generate pressure, and when they bring pressure, they don't get. They're not gap sound. That's why the quarterback hit his head on the goalpost late in the ball game. We saw on the Hail Mary, you're taught to knock it down. What does the guy try to do? Interception. And the guy ends up, letting the guy catch it.
Right.
Now, if the ball's in the end,
but
go ahead.
I have a question, but one thing about it, though. Now, you say the guy hit his head on the goalpost. If you think about it, in the second half, the Colorado defense, they played extremely well outside of that one drive. They held North Dakota State to really not much or nothing in the second half outside of that series towards the end of the game, where it really wasn't significant.
But what I wanted to see, I thought this year, Ocho, they were going to be able to get up I thought they would be able to get up, still disciplined. You're off the field. What do? You're off the field on third, you line up offside. What happens? Mm-hmm. You stop him, and Shiloh late hits the guy. It's the same thing.
Right.
That was last year, the undisciplinedness.
Yeah.
You can't, if you're trying to win, the one thing you can't do is beat yourself. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure time is telling them, guys, we can't. As you go up, now look, North Dakota State, we know what they represent at the level of the FCS in which the level that they play at. They're one of the premier.
I mean, I agree with them on that. There's certain penalties you just can't have. Late hits. Now, the late hit, was it really, really late? You determine that. Was it really, really a late hit? Was it a football play? That's debatable. But yeah, it was somewhat of a late hit there. And he's right. You can't beat yourself at this level. But again, that's what they got practice for. And now, since they have real-time game experience now, they're not practicing against each other anymore. They're not just practicing against each other anymore. Now they have some real-time game experience that they can build on now. Like, look, this is what we need to do. Now, Ocho was right. In the second half, they were able to extinguish what was going on by North Dakota State, minus one drive. And at the end, yes, the guy caught the Hail Mary at the end. Now, if he was in the end zone and caught it, that game would have been over. So that was a nail biter in that situation. But that's what you go back to practice for, practice. If you ain't watching film.
In all of FCS, in the history of that division.
Right.
You into a conference, bro, these teams are going to be better than North Dakota State. It is what it is. Definitely. And you can't make those silly mistakes that you made against this team. I thought, okay, you know what? I'm sure time is preaching, guys. We can't beat ourselves. Guys, they brought Sapp in, one of the premier D linemen in all of in NFL history, to be able to rush 4 and get home with 4 without having to sacrifice your back end by bringing extra guys. Well, they can't get there. They can't consistently get there. They've got to sacrifice, and then guys lose their responsibility, and guys are running free. You just can't. You just can't have that if you want to get to where you get to. Yeah, you take the win, But I always say that. You heard me say it all the time. You never accept anything in a win. You wouldn't in a loss.
Win, accepting the loss. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the teams are going to get better. That's 100% for a fact. But I'm the firm believer of this. You take a win however you can get it. Coach Prime said something in the press conference. He said they weren't allowing us certain things. He said maybe the next game we will get the runoff, but they just wasn't allowing it. We had to take what we can get, and he was happy with the passing because that's what won in the game. Shador hooking up to Travis 3 times and Jimmy. That's what won in the game. So you have to go with your strengths. But yeah, moving forward, the teams are going to get better. And they're saying that Nebraska defense is like one of the tops in the country. So they are going to have to own in on some things. But nothing is perfect, though. Nothing is perfect in life. That's why you keep striving. You keep striving and striving, and like you said, you like Coach said, you take what the team can give you. And North Dakota State wasn't giving them the run, really. Do they have to get better with the run? Yes, they do. They have to get better with the run if they want to make a playoff run. But if they can still protect Shador and he can score in bunches like that, then go with that. You know what I'm saying? Go with that.
But listen, you're right, but you have to understand, it's week 1. Everybody's back. They're not really settled in. Everybody's back to playing football against an opponent, not yourselves. So they're going to be.
I agree with that. It's week 1. They're 1-0. And they weren't just playing against themselves. Now they have real-time game experience working as a unit. And they can build on that. Like, look, guys, we need to stop this run more because, Nebraska is going to be running that game. I'm going to come back to that, the keys to Nebraska, because Nebraska is going to run that ball, man. They're going to run the ball, and they're going to try to run clock out as well. And they're bringing the blitz. This time, it wasn't much of a blitz last night. It wasn't much of a blitz. They're bringing the blitz. And so we're going to talk about that in videos in the future this week, leading up to the Nebraska game. And also that's an away game. Now, I'm in the belief that they're going to beat Nebraska. They beat them last year. Nebraska is also a rebuilding squad. So we're definitely going to see what happens in that game. But down the line, are the teams going to get better? Yes, the teams are going to get better. You're going to have to find a way to run that ball and make this more balanced. But like Coach said, they didn't give that to us tonight. But what that's telling me is he feel like he does have a running game, but it's just that North Dakota State didn't give it to him tonight. They had to go with Shador, and he said he was comfortable having the ball in Shador's hands. So
mistakes, they're going to be good things, they're going to be bad things, they're going to be things that you can correct, there can be things that you can build off based on the game tonight. Now, as the competition continues to get better week to week, that means the margin for error becomes that much smaller.
That is true. The margin for error does become that much smaller, and we're living in reality. There's going to be teams that's going to be bringing all-out blitzes to test that offensive line. However, I do like I'm comfortable with that left side. I'm definitely comfortable with the right side with Rock. I'm comfortable with Jordan Seaton. He looked really good out there blocking multiple people at a time. He'll block here, then he'll come here and find work. He didn't look like a rookie out there, but we're going to see how he stands up when stiffer competition comes. But we'll cross that road when we get there. So like I said, we got to take it week by week.
The better teams you're going to play. Now, again, I'm going to say that North Dakota State is no slouch. They were a good team to open up with, to see where you are as a team offensively, defensively, and special teams, and where the coaches and the staff can do a better job from their perspective, depending on who you play. But, I mean, I think it would, to me, the eye test, based on what I saw, I think it was a good outing and a good start for Prime and the Buffs. I look forward to who they playing next. I think it's
Nebraska. They're on the road against Nebraska.
Nebraska. Yeah. That's gonna be another good test.
Ocho. They had 49 yards rushing. What couldn't they do last year? Run the football. And when you can't run the football, what does that do? That put pressure on your offensive line.
Yeah, and your quarterback.
What happened last year? Shador took too many hits. If you can't run the football 49 yards on 23 carries, what am I going to do with that, Ocho?
Yeah, you're right.
In college football, where their holes are like the size of an 18-wheeler.
Yeah, most of the time, yeah.
What am I supposed to do in college? What am I supposed to do with 2 yards of carry, Ocho?
Yeah.
I mean, Shador basically and Trav had to stand on their heads tonight. Trav had to catch everything. Look at the catches that he was making.
Yeah, he was making some circus catches, man. He really was, man. But they do got to be able to run the football. We're gonna see what happens week by week. Like I said, I'm taking this week by week, and we're definitely gonna see. But he made some very interesting points. I mean, he made some good points. Chad Johnson and Shannon Sharpe, and you got to be able to run the football and keep it balanced. And we're definitely gonna see. We're definitely going to see, but the next game that they say in Nebraska defense supposed to be all that, man. They're supposed to be all that. So we're going to see, man. You know, one thing I didn't really see last night no, I ain't going to get into it. I'm going to wait till next week. Then we get into the Nebraska fans. But, hey, man, as long as they got Travis out there, Travis, catch some more circus shots, please. That's what I'll be like. You too, Jimmy. Use your speed.
Yeah. Hey, hold on. How about the one on the goal line?
Yes,
With the dude mushing his face mask for the third touchdown, and he still caught it.
Even the second touchdown, when the ball was he kind of slung him down, he caught it and got both feet down.
Yeah, he caught it anyway.
Even on the third down, he ran an override. He made an outstanding catch on that. Yes. They're gonna have to get better at running the football. You can't put that kind of pressure on your offensive line. You can't put that.
Yeah, so he's saying you can't put that kind of pressure on the offensive line. I agree. They definitely going to have to run it, and you can't keep passing because what's going to happen is the defense is going to throw all types of blitz packages Shador's way. It's coming next game, but we're going to get into that in the next video on what I think Nebraska's going to do. They're going to be throwing the house at them because I don't think they're convinced that they can run the ball. So until they convince these teams that they can run the ball, the blitz is coming, especially in that Kansas game. That blitz is going to be an all-out blitz, reminiscent of UCLA, but not quite like UCLA. But the house is coming the next game. I think Matt Rule and them is going to put all different types of blitz packages together. They're going to try to mask their blitzes, but the blitz is coming because see now Nebraska has a little bit of homework on them now. Okay, let's see. They couldn't run against North Dakota State, but I'm not taking nothing away from North Dakota State. They're a good game. They're a good team, man. But you got to be able to run the ball, man. What say you guys? Will they be able to run the ball against Nebraska? But I think it's just yet to be seen. We're going to see. But like he said, it does put pressure on the offensive line. And but hey, man, this team is what it is, man. It's what it is.
Pressure on your quarterback by having 49 yards rushing, averaging 2 yards a carry. You're not going to win on that. You're going to be in the same situation because as you step up, and we saw what happened, as they stepped up in talent level against teams, Shador started taking a pounding. They're just going to have to do They just have to do a better job. They've got to get better. They went and got 42 new guys, a lot of guys out of the transfer portal. They had guys leave via the transfer portal, but this isn't good enough. In order to get to where they want to be, Ocho, this isn't good.
Yeah.
I ain't trying.
Yeah, I mean, let me see what he say.
Be Debbie Downer. I'm trying to be realistic with you, fans. I just can't keep it a fuck with you, and y'all know how I feel about time. But this isn't nearly good enough.
When he said, "You know how I feel about time," he's talking about Prime. He calls him Time, by the way, not Prime. But hey, man, I'm being real. They do have to run that ball if they want to get deep in the playoffs or they want to make a bowl game. They're definitely gonna have to run that ball because if I'm on the opposing team, I am throwing the house at Shador. The house is getting thrown at him every single play. I will accept a touchdown from Travis. I'll accept a touchdown from Jimmy. I'm shutting everybody else down. Okay, I'm not going to shut Travis down, but I'm going to shut everybody else down, and I'm going to throw the house at Shador. That's what they're going to be looking for on defense. And remember this again, I don't care what nobody say, defense still win games, because you have to keep the opposing team from scoring. So the defense is very important. But hey man, it's only week 1. We're gonna see what they do in week 2, man. We're gonna see. But drop a comment below. Let me know how you feel. Do you think they're gonna be able to stop the run? Let me know. Guys, I'll see you on the next one. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Peace.